I'm your host, Ariel.
And I'm your host, Joshua.
And we're the Midnight Guild. Hi, guys.
Welcome back, everybody. The 31st episode.
Yes,
honey, we're killing it.
Yes, we have been gone for 2 weeks, but honey, we have good excuses. I was sick as a dog. Sick as a dog the first week. And then the second week, this past week, we planned on taking off anyway because we were on vacation.
So, had a lovely time at the Sunset Beach over in North Carolina, even though that's sand, honey. It's the sugar sand.
Honey, it's in everything.
Everywhere. I swear to God, honey, I still have sand in my ice crack.
This is going to sound weird, but I occasionally will, it doesn't matter how many times I brush my teeth, I will occasionally, I guess where I had my vapes on the beach, that there's sand down in there, and occasionally it's getting in there. I'll move my mouth. And I'll feel a little grain of sand. And I'm like, we've been home for days. What is this?
4 days. Anywho, honey, we hope y'all are doing so well.
Yes,
so
honey.
well.
Well, it's been going on while we've been out.
I know, honey. Let's see here. Current news.
Current news.
Let's see. 2 weeks worth.
Yes. First of all, the guy that got caught at the Coldplay concert.
Honey, that CEO, Lord have mercy.
Yep.
But listen, kudos to his wife, baby. You are a woman scorned with no prenup. You go make your demands, baby.
Make them good.
Honey, yes.
God, I cannot imagine being humiliated like that on a worldwide screen. Not them. I don't care about the guys, though, because they deserved it. I'm talking about the wife.
At a Coldplay concert. No, yes.
I love Coldplay.
It's all right.
I love Coldplay.
It's fine. I don't dislike Coldplay, honey.
But anyway, so
speaking of which, did you see his little apology that he
I haven't, no.
Honey, it is literally, he's blaming the cameraman for his moment of privacy. Child, you went out. Honey, you took your concubine over to the Coldplay concert and got caught, and you mad at the cameraman.
Yeah.
You need to calm down.
Like, let's be for real.
Honey,
went out in public.
Heavens. Let's see here. Diddy got off.
Yeah.
Well, sorta.
He still has sentencing.
Yeah.
But I cannot believe that he didn't get, actually, I can believe it.
Well, I've not really, I've not followed the Diddy, but honey, listen, I saw that. I saw where he was, pretty much getting a slap on the hand. I was like, oh God, Ariel gonna be livid.
Yep.
Livid.
Yep.
Let's see, what else is going on in recent days?
In local news, honey.
In local news, we've had a scandal over at the local bank.
And honey, it's went viral.
And not just the local bank, honey. We're talking about the biggest bank of the East Tennessee Appalachian area, honey. Apparently, their loans and dividends, honey. Let me tell you. Honey, that frosted glass did not leave much to the imagination.
Yeah, and if you're wondering what we're talking about, 2 people got caught getting it on behind frosted glass like that. You can't see through it.
Over at the local bank?
Yeah, over at the bank. Honey.
Which, I don't bank with ECU anymore.
I do.
But, honey, it's nice to know that your money's in good hands.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see here. What else is going on? Honey, the Epstein files is blowing up.
Oh, they're blowing up big. Apparently, they just did a thing where apparently Pam Bondi, that's her name, right? Pam Bondi.
Oh, yeah, that little blonde girl. She does
secretary
something. Yeah, she does
it's
something.
On her desk or something to release them or something.
That's what she said. She said they're on her desk to release, and then no more. So, honey, we're just here to say, release the files, honey. Release the files. We all know they're there, honey. Even Trump knows they're there. He campaigned on them for 4 years. So,
don't be telling us they don't exist.
I was going to say two things we, know for sure. One, there's an Epstein list. 2, Trump's probably on it. Now, I'm not saying that Biden ain't on it. He probably is too. Lock them both up.
My thing is I think a lot of these people might be on this list, like a contact list or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't prove they won't be able to get them because they won't be able to prove that they went to the island or whatever.
Oh, honey, listen. Now, I have seen just bits and pieces here and there, because it upsets me. It does.
I know. I don't like it.
I cannot fathom someone hurting a child in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And honey, I feel like this is not a Republican or a Democrat.
Oh, it's
thing.
not.
This is, honey, bipartisan down the board. I don't care if they the biggest Republicans. I don't care if they the biggest Democrats. And if little Kamala herself is on the list, I want her locked up.
Exactly.
I want them all locked up, honey. But send them over to little Alligator Alley or whatever they're calling it.
Alcatraz?
Is that what Alcatraz, whatever they're calling that little place they built, honey, that, down in Mexico.
Oh, I don't know what
in Florida.
Oh, no, I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, yeah, honey, they've built a detention center for the illegal immigrants.
Oh, didn't know that.
Florida. They're calling it Alligator Alcatraz or something like that. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's up and running because from what I heard, it got flooded within, because, honey, the Lord works in mysterious ways.
True.
Let's see, what else is going on? We're going to move on to that one, honey, because I'll get a little bit fiery, and we ain't trying to get fiery today. What else is in recent news? I'm trying to think.
I don't know.
Well, the sad part is, honey, I have not been up to date in recent news because we were on vacation.
Yeah, honey. I haven't looked. I barely picked up my phone on vacation.
We checked out.
I didn't get on TikTok not one time.
Oh, no. The president, bless his heart, apparently has insufficient venous return.
Yes.
Yeah. So, honey, the president's got cankles.
See, I didn't know what it meant, and then Josh informed me.
Well, I mean, it's more than cankles, but essentially just cankles, honey. Well, honey, since we have caught y'all up in recent news, at least recent news to us.
Yeah, recent news to us, because, honey, we checked out. For the first, when I was sick, I checked out. When I was on vacation, I checked out.
And I'm not really what you would call a checked-in person, so, honey, I pretty much just go by the memes on Facebook to see what's going on in the world today, because I don't want to watch the news, honey. It's just too depressing. But now today we got a doozy of a story. A doozy of a story. I will go ahead and tell you, everybody, this is a Netflix docuseries or documentary, and it's called The Mortician.
Okay, I've seen it on my little list.
Yeah, it's actually it's all right. It was a good watch. I'm not gonna say what. Interesting story, honey. Interesting story. We're about to get right into it.
Okay.
So, honey, it's a scandal. So let's go back a little bit though. So it starts out, 1927, Charles Lamb, he builds a funeral home. The Lamb Funeral Home of Pasadena, California.
Okay.
And honey, he works in operation for many, many, many years. I don't know why hold on.
You had an itch, honey.
Felt so good. Okay, so let's just go back. So he builds this funeral home, honey, and it's in years it's in business for years and years and years and years. Very well respected. Okay. Very well, like they have a impeccable reputation. I mean, they pretty much are the Kennedys of the Pasadena, California area, honey. And so they're very a very well-to-do family, very prominent, very hoity-toity. So years down the line, there we're gonna go to his granddaughter, honey, little Miss Lori Ann, and her husband Jerry. Now Jerry was apparently a PE teacher, but we won't worry about all that. So they decide that they are going to take over the family business from Lori Ann's daddy because he's getting older, he's getting sicker, all this other good stuff. So they take over the business and they run it pretty successfully, honey, pretty successfully. So, and now Lori Ann and little Jerry, now they have a son named David.
Okay.
All right. Now that's who we're going to focus on is David for a little bit. Now, David never wanted to be in the funeral home industry. He was a big football star, and he was quite handsome.
Oh?
Like I'm saying, honey, I mean, I would root toot under that hood. Yeah. So anyhow, he's like, set to be a big football something or other. Steps in a golfer hole, hurts his knee, don't we all?
You said a golfer hole instead of gopher.
Gopher. A gopher hole, honey. He stepped in a gopher hole, hurt his knee,
and that was the end of
the end of his football career. So then his mom and daddy, being mom and daddy's, you got just a little bit of spittle right there.
You got me too tickled.
Sorry. So his mom and daddy was like, "Hey, honey, come over here, and you can kind of start working with us." Which I mean makes sense. It's a family business. He's the only son,
right?
Naturally. So now, the Lamb Funeral Home was already a prominent business, but now they also had a crematorium.
Okay.
And I assume everybody knows what a crematorium is, but if you don't, that's where they go burn up the dead people, honey, to make the ashes. Yeah. So they had a crematorium that was separate from the Lamb business now, and it was called the Pasadena Crematorium.
Okay.
So now that kind of became David's baby. He kind of got over became the one over the crematoriums and stuff like that. And I mean, they were, doing a few a week and things like that because everybody knows, crematoriums, you one in, one out. That's supposed to be.
And then they clean it and everything.
Yeah, that's supposed to be how it is. So, but now little David being the entrepreneur that he is, he decided that he could get just around that and he double his business if he just,
stack them up.
And that's exactly what he did, honey. He stacked them up. I mean, piled them full.
God, ain't that sad?
It is sad. But like I said, I mean, he was running this crematorium 16, 17 hours a day. His business boomed because he was offering the lowest rate.
Waiting time. Oh, okay. I was going to say waiting time?
No, the lowest rate. Like, I mean, everybody else is charging, say, about $295. Now, mind you, this is in the 80s.
Yeah.
About $295 for, cremations, and he was going at it at $55 a pop.
What?
So
how do these people not know something?
His business is booming. So David, obviously, he needed to hire some help. He needed to hire him some handymen, and so he hires a few people that he used to play football with and stuff like that. Well, let's just say they had just a touch of a drug problem, honey. So he hired crackheads.
Okay.
To go and pick up the bodies, put them in the oven, burn them, all this other good stuff. And and everything was running smooth. He was getting away with it.
Yeah.
I mean, no remorse whatsoever. None, And I mean, so here they are putting in, literally 1,000 bodies a week in this crematorium, honey, giving ashes to people, but he's getting away with it. And still, the funeral home,
1,000 bodies a week.
Oh, honey, it gets worse.
People are dropping like flies around there.
Well, honey, it's Pasadena.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I just don't think I realize how big Pasadena is.
Honey, heat strokes alone will get you.
Oh well.
So anyhow, so everything's running fine. David's doing good.
He's getting away with it.
Honey, he got married to this woman. Everything's going good for the Lamb family. The funeral home is still running good. The crematorium, honey,
running good.
Yeah, it's lit up 17 hours a day.
There's not a time that fire ain't a going.
Until, honey, one of his little employees.
Oh, snap.
Oh, no, hold on. I'm so sorry. I've gotten ahead of myself.
That's all right.
Gotten ahead of myself. Hold on. We'll be back to the little
rewind it, honey.
Rewind it, honey. We're going to reel it in. All right. So now there was another young mortician on the scene. So David's doing okay. There, he's doing pretty good. He's doing his cremations. He's got his thing going. There's another one comes in, and his name is Timothy Waters.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to call him Big Timmy because he a big old boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, honey. Listen, they showed his picture. I'm like, he 24. No offense against the dead, honey. None at all.
No, it was just like, whoa.
Yeah. I was taken aback.
Yeah, because he was a big guy.
So, Timothy, David wanted to get his business because Timothy also offered crematory services and stuff like that. But he didn't own a crematorium.
Okay, so he needed a partner.
Yeah. So David wanted his business, but see, Tim didn't think that he was on the up and up.
Tim had a feeling.
Tim had a feeling. Yes, he did. Tim had a feeling. So what does Tim do? Well, honey, he starts talking. That's what people do. He starts talking to other funeral home directors.
Yeah.
And he even apparently is going to publish an article in some like funeral home digest kind of thing, because like
he's suspicious.
I mean, here's David running these bodies in and out, honey, $55 a pop, and everybody else is charging $200. How's that possible? He had questions, no answers to be had. So, he decided, so he's also going to go in, they apparently had a little magazine out, something, I don't know the name of it, right off the top of my head, Funeral Home Digest, we'll call it that. They're going to do a story.
Oh, snap.
They're going to do a story about David. But apparently I didn't say it well. So, now, as the story goes, David and Tim had lunch one day.
Okay.
Tim drops dead.
Shut up.
Drops dead. Apparently of a heart attack. Yes. Of a heart attack. So in, no toxicology reports, nothing like that. Nothing
done.
So anyhow, I mean.
I about said why, but I forgot because he's a big guy. He's a big guy, and he already had health issues.
He's like 24, 350 some odd pounds.
But he had health issues. Yeah. Okay, I got
you. So he drops dead. Nobody bats an eye. David continues on with his business until now we're back up to the crackhead. So, these men he hired, I'm not saying they were, bad men. I mean, I'm sure they probably changed their life according to the little documentary they had. But at that point in time, they were getting high.
Right.
Whilst they were burning the bodies and stuff like that. So, little guy loads up the furnace or oven.
Tray.
Yeah, loads it up, sets the fire, goes and gets high, falls asleep. Crematorium burns down. To the ground. Oh, but now, what's David going to do? So what does he do? So he goes out to one of the little desert towns out in California, and he purchases a building, honey, and he labels it a ceramic shop. And buys these ceramic kilns, that they, like big ceramic kilns and stuff like that. And he continues on with operations.
Is that illegal?
It is. No permits. No, this is going, okay, so it's all coming to a head.
Okay,
so
how did he think he wasn't going to get caught is what I think. I'm just like so confused.
You are really about that. Okay. Honey, I know. So he's rented this building, classified it as a ceramic shop.
Okay.
So they're making ceramics, honey. Got these big old ovens in there, and I mean they're piling them full. We're talking 100 people to an oven.
Oh my stars!
Yeah, and so for about, and I'm pretty sure they said it was about 3 months that that they were kind of getting away with it and stuff like that. Well, then the neighbors, the neighbors, and they started complaining.
They're like, "What the hell's that smell?"
Yeah, there was a smell. There was this weird runoff from the building that was like in the leach field or leach pool or whatever they call it. And so literally they finally called in one day to, I think it was the Environmental Protection Agency, the local person, and it was the fire chief. And he said that you cannot tell me that they are not burning bodies up there, because apparently he was in World War II and helped liberate Auschwitz. He knew what a burning was. Yeah, he knew that smell. So one day, the Environmental Protection Agency people, honey, they roll up. They just roll up, and they're just like, oh, okay. So, honey, the little guy that was there obviously tweaked out of his gourd. Tweaked out of his gourd. He didn't know what to do. He just pretty much said, I ain't going in there. You do whatever. Honey, awful. Awful, 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 awful. Now, we're going to pause here, okay, because there's a secondary thing happening at this point in time that is also pertinent to this story. So about the same time that this is going on. Now, mind you, this is a separate entity from the actual funeral home. Now, the funeral home is ran by little Lori Ann.
David's mama.
Lori Ann, her husband, Jerry. And Lori Ann, everybody described her as just one of the best women you'd want to meet. She was sweet. She was kind.
Snake in the grass,
She was consoling. She had an aura about her, honey, an aura. Like she was just wonderful at what she did. However, now, about this same time, they had a little pop-up inspection at the actual funeral home in Pasadena, honey. Yeah, just a little routine thing.
A little checkup.
Yeah, and come to find out that their books were not adding up. All these people had apparently paid all this money for the pre-arrangement. You can do your pre-arrangements and stuff like that. And so people are paying money for it, honey. And, and again, apparently it's not being invested in escrow. It's not being put in the proper accounts.
Right.
But now little Lori Ann, honey, she is just so distraught. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. And the little investigator had no reason not to believe her. Right. This was a good family. They were kind. They were, they were support. Like, I mean,
the Kennedys of Pasadena.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And so, all right. Now, that's just a little tidbit there. So remember, honey, the books ain't correct at the funeral home. That's what we learned. About the same time
that
that the EPA and all that stuff is rolling in on their little ceramic shop there.
Yeah.
And I mean, they shut it down. They said it was horrible. Apparently the leach fields in the back was human fat. They had built drains so that the fat that would, the fat on human bodies would drain into the field.
I'm going to throw up.
Yeah.
That is sick.
Yep. But now, and again, the investigators didn't think that they're, like, literally, as far as criminal activities goes, they truly didn't know, what
was really going on, because they don't know about the multiple bodies.
Exactly. They didn't know about what
this wasn't, that he wasn't doing a multiple
body. Yeah, they didn't know that he was doing anything wrong.
Right.
At this point in time. And then so it kind of became a further, like, they started investigating it more. They opened up the ovens. There's half-burned bodies in there.
No.
Yeah, because they just shut it down. They cut the power to it and shut it down. And it, like, they were in the middle of, I guess, doing what they do. So they shut it down. They opened up the kilns, half-burned bodies in there. Apparently there's barrels of, like, prosthetics and stuff like that, because, they don't burn.
Yeah.
Well, so, okay, it's fine. So, like I said, as the time goes on, more people are getting involved, more people are asking questions. So they decide to issue search warrants.
Right. If you guys are just listening and it seems like I'm laughing, if you're not watching, if you're just listening, my cat just sat down on Josh's notes.
All of them.
All of them. He can't see a thing.
But that's all right. We're gonna wing it.
Oh, here, I'll get him out from under.
No, it's fine. She's so happy.
But what if you forget some?
All right, be quick. Okay. Let's see. She's mad.
She's still mad.
I told you.
Come here, baby.
So they get a search. So they get a search warrant, and they search the land, like the lamb's. They search the lamb's funeral home and all that good stuff, and and I mean they take pictures of like, and what they think of is like just people like embalming and stuff like that. And they records of their books and all this good stuff. Well, honey, come to find out, like the investigation continues. More and more stuff is brought to light. Like special people are brought in. They take one look at these pictures and like, oh my God, that's not embalming. They're harvesting organs.
Shut up.
Yeah. So
no.
Yes.
This is not where I saw this going, guys.
Yes. So they are harvesting organs, tissue, everything. Eyeballs, corneas, brains, everything. And little David set up an entire third business, a tissue bank type of thing, to facilitate the legal sale of all of this stuff. Like, that's where they were making their money.
Oh,
yes.
Gosh.
Not only that, honey, not only that. Come to light that I mean, not only were they harvesting tissue, organs, brains, eyeball, everything, bones, they were also they would steal the jewelry off the corpses' bodies.
Oh my God.
Yep. And if that meant that they had to dismember a hand, or if they had to cut a finger off, they'd cut it off. Yep. Sure enough, honey. Sure enough. They would take the people's in. They would even extract their teeth for the gold fillings. And they were selling the gold back to jewelers and stuff like that. Yeah. Wild.
Gosh.
Wild. All right.
Like they picked villainy and stuff with it. I mean, they went hard.
Yep. Now, mind you, to this point in time, honey, little Lorianne, nobody would have ever thought. Honey, she was just the epitome of class and morals and everything else. Well, honey, they go to jail a lot. No, excuse me, they don't go to jail. They go to court.
Right.
Because I mean, they arrested the son. And the parents are brought up on charges, stuff like that. Honey, they go to court. Now, the parents are bonded out for $5,000.
That's it?
Well, see, but they lied to the son. His bail was $500,000.
Oh.
Yeah. So he went to jail. All right.
They would have had to bond for his bond. Wouldn't that have been like $50,000?
Well, yes, apparently. But now, mind you, this was the 80s too. So
Wait, no, his grand would have been what's 10% of 500,000?
50,000.
So I was right. Okay.
Yeah. So they go to court and all this other good stuff. Honey.
What do you mean they lied to the son?
Well, okay. So the district attorney that was over the case, the son thought he was going to be getting out on bond too, about $5,000.
Right. Okay.
No, his was $500,000. So they didn't pay it. So he got carted off to jail. Well, honey. Then, like it became a big scandal, like sensationalized. One of the biggest court cases that ever hit Pasadena.
Right.
And I
mean, of course, think of all the families.
Oh, yeah. And all these families started, speaking out, because it was in the news and things like that. And I mean, you know, like especially families like because apparently a lot of the cremations they were going to be like, you know, scattered at sea and stuff like that, but not all of them. So I mean, here these people are getting relative like who they think is their dad's ashes or their mom's ashes or whomever, and they don't know.
Did they take them in to like test them?
I mean, at that point, there's nothing to test
because they know for sure he's been piling the bodies up.
Yeah, there's nothing. Once you're cremated, there's nothing left to test.
Oh, they can't tell that it's different bones from different people.
No, there's nothing left to test at that point in time. So, honey, this big sensationalized. So anyhow, and it even got to like, and these investigators, and so they come back up to old Timmy, Big Tim. Yeah, you know, and they're like, huh.
How he just dropped dead.
Yeah, and it just seemed weird. So anyhow, like I said, Tim had already been dead and gone buried, all that good stuff. But they had kept some tissue samples, no toxicology report or anything like that. So they decided to run the toxicology report on the tissue samples. Come find out he had oleander poisoning.
Why oleander, guys, is a flower and it's super poisonous.
And apparently very prominent in Pasadena.
Dang.
Yeah. So anywho, so now they're trying to, you know, like get involved to like, you know, get this case and all that good stuff built up against them. They're in court. The parents are tried separate from the son, you know, when all is said and done. Now, the parents, they got off pretty light.
Really?
Pretty light, yeah. I think it was like 3 years, something like that. 3 to 4 years they had to serve and, you know, pay the fines. Yeah. Now,
that's ridiculous.
The son, David, he was tried completely different. And he got tried on 21 counts of mishandling corpses. This was 1989 when this happened. Now, in 1997, a murder for hire. Like he paid someone to go out and murder somebody because before Tim had gotten murdered or died or whatever happened to Big Tim, he was beaten up pretty badly.
Oh.
Yeah, like he was beat up pretty bad. And nothing, you know, and nothing was really ever said about it or anything like that. But they took in some evidence, some trash that whoever was, because someone had saw a strange car outside his place there.
Okay.
And apparently they threw some trash on the street. This will teach you children never litter. And they took that in evidence. So they ran the fingerprints, come back to one of David's associates.
No.
So David had obviously had Tim beat up. So anyhow, so then they put 2 and 2 together, murder for hire, obviously. And he was sentenced to, I'm pretty sure it was like a life probation for that, you know, because like I said, it had happened so many years after. There really wasn't definitive proof that he had murdered somebody. Just he might have, or he might have hired somebody.
It's not a fact.
But he broke probation, and then he got sentenced to 25 years to life in the prison.
Dang.
But he was recently paroled in 2023. Yeah. That's why we have a documentary today, because the documentary actually has him talking in it. He actually is in the documentary telling you his version of what happened. So I mean, and he has no remorse about the stacking bodies, the commingling, the organ tissues, because he said once they're dead, they're dead. They're nothing no more. He would do it again if he could.
Wow.
You know, he would do it differently with the right permits and stuff like that. But then come to find out that apparently this has been a family practice since the funeral home first opened its doors.
Damn. So this family has been doing this for like years. So over 2 generations.
3. Yeah.
Dang.
Because he was so Lori Ann, his mama, her grandfather was the one who built this this
Dear
funeral home.
God.
And apparently it was that, like, these practices, maybe not the tissue harvesting and stuff like that,
but the stacking bodies and all that stuff.
The stacking bodies,
the gold,
removing the gold, stealing the jewelry. Hey, they would even steal the clothes too. They literally, if they would steal the clothes, resell them, you know, all kinds of things.
My Lord.
Just absolutely wild. And apparently some of the Lil Lorianne took one of the biggest hits because, like I said, she was a pillar.
Yeah, in the community.
In the community, honey. So in her family, well respected, well known, well liked. And when the first news reports of what happened at the kiln, the ceramic shop happened, honey, people rallied against her. I mean, for her, the community, they were like, "How dare you disparage this family? They are good and honest and just and stuff like." Honey, come to find out, and because I remember one of in the documentary, when the guys testified, he would say that Lorianne would call him when he'd pick up a body and ask him if it's still warm, and if it's still warm, to look at the eyes, and if they're wet, it meant something, but now if they're dry, it meant something else. And if they're, I guess, if I can't remember which way it went, if they were still wet, that you had to put some eye drops in to preserve the eyes so that they could do the cornea extraction.
That's disgusting.
Honey, these people were making millions, and not on funerals, because, and that's the thing, because this was a very wealthy family. Yeah, very wealthy family, and I mean, I guess everyone just always assumed that it was, because they were the funeral home of Pasadena. Right. Everyone went there. Everyone trusted them. Yeah. Everyone, but like their wealth exceeded what it should. Like, I mean, they had lavish homes, nice car, just the very, very, beyond what
their means.
Yeah, beyond their means. That's what I was looking for. So, when all was said and done, the parents got charged. Most of their most of the stuff didn't stick for them. Mishandling of corpses, things like that. Right. They got in trouble for the embezzling the money, for the prearranged funerals and things like that. They, pretty much slap on the wrist. However, they did go broke. Good. Yes, because in 1992, all the families, because there's a big class action lawsuit filed against them, and they were awarded in 1992 $15.5 million in 1992. Now, I don't know what the equivalent of that is today, but let's just say it's a lot. And so, but from what I can gather, now the son don't really know what he's doing. Apparently the husband and wife, I think the husband's dead now, but the wife has, they moved to Northern California to live a quite private life.
Who wouldn't?
Definitely a good little watch, though. If y'all have some time, pop on over to the Netflix. It's 3 episodes, about 3 hours long.
But a good watch.
Yeah, it is a good little watch. It's very, very interesting. Now, they go into a lot more details. Yeah. We've pretty much just paraphrased it for you here. Yeah. But it's wild to think. And, I mean, it makes you think, though, like, I mean, any funeral home could do this.
Yeah, it makes you weary, doesn't it?
It does.
Like wary, not weary, because, but wary of them.
And I mean, funeral home directors, they're supposed to be those people. They're in a position of trust.
Oh, 100%.
You trust them to do right by your family members, and
like we have, we won't name them by name because we don't want to, make anybody think bad about them, even though they would never. I'm sure, but we have 3 prominent funeral homes in our 3 cities right through here. Yeah. That we live in, towns, they're not cities. No. But we go to, my entire family, we go to one funeral home. Well, for everybody.
My family went to one funeral home, but then that funeral home, closed down. But we've got the secondary on lock.
Yeah. And these people, everybody trusts these people.
Oh yeah,
because they've done it for generations.
And what, honey? And I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, they have, honey.
And
and you do you trust
everybody
them.
trusts them, and everybody likes them. Like, I mean, they're good people.
They're wonderful people.
But it just makes you think. You're like,
I know it does. Did I tell you I used to want to be a funeral director at one point in time?
No,
I did. At one point in time, I was very adamant about I was going to become a mortician.
Oh my God, my cousin Darla wanted to be a mortician for like half her life. I don't know why she never did it.
I don't know why I never did it either. Well, I probably wouldn't be the best at it because, I'm a little snarky sometimes, a little sarcastic.
But I think it's probably the better to have that kind of attitude.
I would probably be, make a little jokey joke at the wrong time.
But I don't think so.
But yeah, that is the sordid tale of the Lamb Funeral Home in Pasadena, California.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and apparently the building, because I remember recently seeing the building on the TikTok. I guess it's set to be demolished soon.
Oh my!
Yeah. May the souls finally rest at peace.
I know, dear Lord. Imagine how many people's houses are probably haunted.
Oh, I could only imagine.
With the urns of mixed up bodies.
Oh, I couldn't even.
It's really sad.
Imagine. Hi, honey.
It's really sad.
All right, folks. It's probably been a little bit of a quick one today, but like I said, we're getting our feet wet again.
Honey, we just got back from the beach. He's got to work tonight.
I do. I'm taking time out of my sleep schedule for you, but it's all right.
He's like, I did it for you guys, okay?
Honey, our loyal fans.
Yes, honey. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We love you. We've missed you. I'll have more TikToks coming out here soon, honey. I've been slacking on the TikToks hard where I've been sick and then we went on vacation. I just did not give a damn.
Honey, it happens. We're going to get there,
We needed a little break soon.
We did. A little respite.
Yeah. But guys, you can follow us on anything. You can follow us on TikTok, Lemon8, Facebook, Spotify, and of course here on the YouTube.
On the YouTubes.
But honey, on YouTube, you got to do something special. So you got to listen, okay?
All right.
You're going to go up there and you're going to hit subscribe. And then next to the subscribe button, you're going to see a little bell.
Ring a ding.
And on that bell, after you click it, you're going to hit all.
All.
Honey, you won't miss a thing.
Won't miss a thing, honey.
Won't
miss a thing. Now, remember, send us your scary stories or your paranormal stories. I can't
Yes, honey. Send them to us.
Honey, the Midnight Guild 10 at gmail.com.
Repeat it one more time.
Hold on. The Midnight Guild 10 at gmail.com.
Yes, honey, I can never remember it, so he has to do it.
All right. We'll see you next time, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.